Hi everyone, Dr. Snippets here, and I think the question that everyone who's watching this video just asked themselves is, what? Now, why have I got these two figures in front of me? Well, if you've also looked at the title, which I would hope you have, it tells you that today I am reviewing the 11th Doctor's Crash set. That is quite confusing for a lot of you. Yes, right. Loyal fans who have been with me from the start would remember that my second video was a review of this set. And now, to be honest, I've wanted to do something like this for a long time. I want to do a re-review. Because, as I said, that was my second video. So logically I should be doing Amy Pond re-review. But I'd rather do this set. That was my second video. I had no structure to my reviews. I was just starting out, didn't really know how to review. Every aspect of the review, each review was different. I'd review different elements, never stick to a structure. Now I've got the review structure that everyone loves. I'm going to come back and do this again. And I don't know why. It was the exact same camera I had, but I didn't really know how to edit properly, so the quality of that video was nowhere near as good as what you're about to watch. But the biggest difference since then is I now have a stand for my camera, albeit a box. I'm hoping to get a tripod soon, but I can't really be bothered with tripods and just a box. It does every review since General Restak has done on a box, and it's perfect. I have different size ones for figures, character building. So funny. Okay, but yes. Now, I might get some hate from this video. I hope not. Don't really see why, but I could understand that some people would say, oh, you promised the Cyberman today. Well, I'd really rather do this, to be honest. I'll do the Cyberman tomorrow. And, yeah, I could get quite a bit of hate from this. So if you don't want to watch this video, if you don't think I should have done this, please stop watching now, rather than watching it and then complaining about it. Also, if you're not a big fan of packaging reviews, I'd stop now or just skip out this part of the review, because I am going to go into detail of this packaging, because it was quite special, because it was the first proper figure from Series 5 in packaging, and it never stuck. The packaging changed. Another difference between this and the original review was last time I reviewed the red bow tie version of this set. Well, this is the Toys R Us exclusive one, which I managed to get last Christmas, so 4 months after I got the original one. Actually, no, because I got the original one in April, so that is 8 months. No, but I didn't review it till 4 months later. Okay, because I reviewed it last August. Might be in September. No, it was late August 2010. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these two away and bring in their packaging. Now, the first time I got this set, I didn't keep any of the packaging, only the card, because I hadn't been collecting figures for a while, and I never used to be serious about it. All I would keep is this bit here, saying what it is. And seeing as this was my first figure I got for about 2 years, I still only kept that. But I did keep the backing as well, because it was exclusive. Well, not exclusive, you know, it was different backing from a normal figure. But apart from that, all I kept was those two pieces, and no plastic. Then when I got this again at Christmas, I kept the whole thing, except for the inside, which I've only started keeping recently. I think the first one I kept the inside for was the Raggedy Doctor. So, my first Series 6 figure. Alright, let's take a look at this packaging. I'll try and keep it as brief as possible. Down the front here we got a card that they don't use anymore. It's got the current Doctor Who logo. I wouldn't say new anymore, but at the time it was new. Down here it says the 11th Doctor's Crash set. Crash being whatever those things are called, saying it's like Crash, that sort of way. Picture of the Doctor, Matt Smith. Then we have up the top of the backing, we have got him holding a concept image of the sonic screwdriver, which they never kept. Even on the sonic screwdriver packaging, they re-released it without that picture being there. Down the bottom we got the BBC logo on the left and the character options logo on the right. The backing has stars on it and blue skies and black, sort of relating to the original Series 5 trailer. Well, the teaser when Amy and the Doctor were lying on the ground and on a hill saying, look at the stars, and they're like glowing and stuff. I can't really remember, but it's sort of relating to that. Then at the top we have 5+ in an unusual font. If you have a look up there, it's completely different from what we've seen before. Then over here we have what it includes. It says the 11th Doctor figure, 11th Doctor figure in crash clothing, and sonic screwdriver. Now if we turn the packaging around to the back, I didn't really open this well. This was before I got the technique going, as you can see. Yeah, we have got, I think I'll pick the camera up again. We have got a picture of the two figures included in the set. It's the red bow tie version that they've pictured. It is still the style that they use on back of sets, with the figures in a diamond and then information about the set and the episode down the side diagonally. We have got the single smaller Doctor Who logo, the 11th Doctor's crash set, the name there, 11th Doctor's crash figure set even, what it includes again. If you want to have a read about this, if you missed out on this set, which I doubt you did, or you had this set, threw the packaging away and just want to remember what it says, pause it now. It's time. Down here we just got the item and what, as always, we have important products information and the holo sticker when that was still around. And okay, I think that is all for the packaging of this set. Okay, so I hope that wasn't too tedious for you if you stuck with it. If not, then fine. You don't like packaging reviews, you just skipped, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're here for the figures, not the packaging. Okay. I've got to say quickly that if it wasn't for this set, Doctor Who snippets wouldn't exist. Because as I've told you, I didn't collect figures for about 2 years in this time. The first figure I got again was the 11th Doctor Regenerated. That was it, and then this came along and it made me start collecting figures again. I didn't get this set out of choice. I heard that there was a new sonic screwdriver toy out, and I decided to find out where I could buy it. I tried this website that I saw advertised somewhere. They had it, but it was out of stock. Then I decided to go back to one of my favourite websites at the time, so before I discovered Forbidden Planet, called Sci-Fi Collector, which I'm sure quite a lot of you probably use, and I saw the sonic screwdriver. Now they were selling it for $14.99 or for $24.99. I think it was that, I'm not certain. You could get it with this set. Now for 3 or 4 days I waited so impatiently for this screwdriver, and when I got the box, it was awesome. I opened it, it was awesome. Screwdriver in there, but at the bottom of the box was this, because I'd also ordered that. 2 days later I decided to open it. It wasn't this one, because I had the red one. And then I thought, yeah, cool. But then that made me want to start. I thought, well, why don't I just start up again? I hadn't decided to stop or anything when I did stop, but there was just no really new figures coming out. So I thought to myself, why did I stop? And I decided to carry on 2 years later. So this set inspired me to do Doctor Who snippets in a way. And yeah, I'm going to do this review in 2 parts, not 2 separate videos, just 2 parts. I'm not going to obviously review them both. I'm going to just do the Raggedy Doctor and then the 11th Doctor, because when this came out we were so excited because finally got an 11th Doctor, how he appeared in the 11th hour, even though it wasn't how he appeared in the 11th hour. I can't remember which episode we first saw the blue bow tie. I think it was Victory of the Daleks. So when this set came out, we still had only seen the red bow tie. However, we had seen pictures of what was to come. I think that's how it was. Not certain, correct me if I'm wrong. So, we're going to start with the Raggedy Doctor. Now, I have always adored this figure. Absolutely loved it, if I can get it quick. There we go. My biggest complaint about this figure was he never came with a sonic screwdriver, yet the 11th Doctor Regenerated did. When he didn't need one, but this one did. So what I did when I had them on display, I just took the 11th Doctor Regenerated one and put it in his hand. So, yeah, I'm going to show you all the, detail and articulation properly, because my first review of this really wasn't that good. I think it's got like just over 100 views, maybe less than 100, but I doubt this one will get really any more because no one wants to watch this sort of review now, but I'm just doing it to settle my mind really. So yeah, if we start off with his head. Ooh, hang on. There we go, just about there. Sorry, he's playing hard to get. There we go, got the focus. Now, this head, I'm not really going to show you the head, because it's the standard Series 5 11th Doctor head. We all know it by now. I don't really want to say anything. I feel bad about not saying anything, but really, I'm sure we all do know the head. So, if we ignore the head, we go down, then we have got some seriously good details down here. The collar has been roughly painted at the edges to represent where it's been ripped up. It's got this really bad patch here where they painted it to look like his shirt was open. Well, if you squint your eyes, it does sort of look it, although it's still quite hard to even think of it that way because it's a different colour from his actual flesh skin colour. That's different from that, which really is suckish. I've never liked that part. I don't think his collar was even that open, to be honest. The tie is way too open. I know it was open, but it's too open. Going down, we've got a blue shirt which is ruffled up and got lovely tearing effects. I just want to say that this figure I'm holding now did come in the red bow tie set, so this one was in the old review. It's just my one that came with the blue bow tie one wasn't that well painted. This one lost a bit of paint there, which I painted over, as you can see at the top there. Sorry, going back to review. In the old review, I said these were like from where he got torn up, where he fell through the Naismith mansion. Now, I always thought that a long time ago, when even before Series 5, when I saw promo pictures of him in this outfit. That's what I instantly thought of it as. But then, it isn't, because it goes back to the days of the Doctor can always change his outfit and make it look exactly how it was, just neat again. He has infinite numbers of his outfit, it seems like. But this figure... sorry, no, I'm not concentrating, but... that would have been lovely, because it would have really felt like you followed on from the end of Time to this. I wish that was the reason, but it wasn't. It was from the TARDIS console exploding at the beginning, because if you look at it... well, no, it wasn't. It was the crash. Because if you look at him when he is in the TARDIS... at the beginning of this episode, his shirt was all neat, tucked in, and nothing was torn up at all. Yeah, so moving on from the tears. Sorry, mine went blank. We've got some more crinkles and tears on the back. And then we've got the scruffiness of the shirt. We've got a lovely painting of the swirly tie, the 10th Doctor swirly tie. I have a replica of this tie. It's a really nice tie. Going down, we have the untucked shirt, which has been made to look very torn up down here. It's lovely. The sleeves are rolled up, untidy again, and ragged up. The hair on him, fine. And then going down, we have the same trousers as a 10th Doctor figure, because it is his suit, obviously. It's the brown suit, which always was grey on the figure for some reason. Then we have the standard 10th Doctor shoes, which are lovely shoes. And then, as you can see, it comes down over the back, very accurate. And yeah, the clothing is pretty much perfect for this figure. Sort of represents the Series 5 figures were going to be good, and then they went into a really bad phase for most of the Series 5 releases. Articulation, we have limited head movement, really. Actually quite good. Don't think it'd do a 360 though, about 180. 360 at the shoulders, obviously without the ball joints. Starting to feel like a really old figure now, the 11th Doctors without ball joints. Then we have the second joint, which I used to call in this video the extra joint. I just watched that crash set video while I'm editing this, and please don't watch it, especially the end. And now that's going to make you all go and watch it, so I shouldn't have said anything. Okay, then he does a 90 at the elbow, and then his lower arm does a 360 at the wrist. Not quite the wrist, but still, it's a bit further up. And then we have some waist movement, not even 180 because it's blocked by the shirt. We have split at the hips. No thigh joints because this is a 10th Doctor figure from like 2006. Well, the body of one. It's the 11th Doctor though. And then we have knee 90-degree movement and no foot movement whatsoever. So that's this figure, the Raggedy Doctor, or as they call it, the 11th Doctor in crash clothing, if I get a good focus again. I'm going to give this figure an impressive 9 out of 10. No, go on, let's give it a 10. I know it's got a 10th Doctor legs, and the articulation is limited, but the detailing, like all the tears, the painting, the time it's taken over this figure is ages, so I really think it deserves a 10 out of 10. Alright, now to move on to the 11th Doctor in his tweed jacket. Okay, so in the last part of the review, I've got to review the Doctor as he appeared for the first time in the 11th hour in his tweed jacket. Now, I'm pretty sure this one actually technically first appeared in the Victory of the Daleks, but still. Okay, I want to keep this short because the original review of this was 4 minutes long, and this one has turned out to be about 20 minutes long. So I want to keep it short, this part. We've all seen this figure. Really pointless of me doing this whole review, but I want to, so that's how cool I am. Lol, jokes, whatever. Yeah, okay. Once again, we're going to completely ignore the head because we know what that looks like. So let's cut that off. There. Right, so this Doctor has lovely striping on his body. I've always loved this. The blue works so well on this light blue shirt with dark blue lines going down. We have the nice white buttons, 4 white buttons. The blue bow tie. Going around, we have the standard brown tweed jacket as it appeared in Series 5. As I said, this is the first time we had a figure like this. We have the patches, the pockets under there, and there. Buttons down here, 2 buttons. Then going down, we have black trousers. You may notice I'm trying to treat this like it was the first time. This is a first time review. It's the first time this set's come out. Yeah, black trousers. And what's different about this set rather than the standard version is he has brown boots, which are also found on the Ganger 11th Doctor from the Series 6 waves. And the boots are very nicely detailed. We have laces as always, and they are lovely done, lovingly done even. Very detailed there. Okay, so that's detailed, done in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So now we got to do articulation. We have no head movement for me. We have 360 at the shoulder, like I just demonstrated. We have 360 degrees at the second joint. Then we have 90 degrees at the elbow. And 360 degrees at the hand, at the wrist. And then we have no waist articulation for me. There might be some on yours. Splits at the hips. Then we have the second thigh joint introduced. I think this might be one of the first times we had it. 360 at the thigh. 90 degrees at the knee. And no foot articulation at all either on this figure. I'm just going to take him away for a second and we're going to take a look at the sonic screwdriver. This was the first time we were available to buy one of these. This one's painted very nicely, unlike the ones you get these days. Oops, I dropped it. But as you can see, it's very nicely done and it was brilliant to have back then. Okay, so if I very quickly stand the pair back up, I can't be bothered to edit it out, so I'm just going to stand them up. Let's get a focus so it looks nicer. Hang on. That's better, I wasn't focusing. And then we have the two of them. So, the Tweed Jacket Doctor, I'm also going to give a 10 out of 10. Now, you may think, normally I don't give 11th Doctors 10 out of 10, but I am treating this review, as I've just said, as it was new. So, this was a brilliant figure at the time. So, they both get 10 out of 10, giving the set a 20 out of 20. Yeah, the set was $14.99. I think you might be able to get it cheaper now, or maybe for more. I really doubt you don't have it though if you're a proper collector. Even not a proper collector, just someone who's a fan of the figures. So for $14.99, that was a very good price, pricing them at about £7 each. Okay, yes, that is all really for this review. Great set. I'm really glad I've finally done a re-review. And all I'm going to say now is that there'll be a special video later to announce details of my shout-out competition and announce what my Halloween special video is going to be tomorrow, seeing as I didn't get round to releasing the details yesterday of the shout-out competition. And that is all, but I won't be doing another video today, and the corroded Cyberman with chest damage will hopefully be done tomorrow. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.